What's happening, guys? Oliver here from Smillie Reacts, here to react to the next episode of The Promised Neverland. We're up to episode 5, 31045. So that's again the current date of when this episode is set. That's what we've come to the conclusion is what that means. So last episode, in episode 4, Norman was trying to figure out who the spy was that was speaking to Mum, or because they always seems to know, like Mum always seems to know where they were and what they were doing. Like at first they Ray suggested that it could be, oh, what's their names? Glinda, and what's the other guy's name? Hang on. Not that one, that one. Phil. No, not Phil. Don, yeah. Linda and Phil was the ones that Norman suggested. But it turns out, at the very last minutes of the episode, because, oh yeah, alright, okay. So sometimes my thoughts all get jumbled up and I like go on to say something else, because I think of something else while I'm talking. But turns out that it was, in fact, Ray who is the informant. So yeah, I think that would mean that Ray would never get killed, like would never be taken away from the orphanage. Possibility. But it also turns out that what's her name? Hang on. Sister Crone. She wants a spy as well, an informant, and she was going to use Glinda. So I guess we were I was half right when it comes to that. Like Glinda was going to be the informant, but turns out she doesn't actually want to do it. She turned Crone down. But yeah, at the end of the last episode, we literally left with a cliffhanger, with Norman's saying to Ray that you're the informant instead. So, oh man, this episode is going to be interesting, I think. So, without further ado, let's jump into episode 5 and see what happens next. In 3, 2, 1. But first, the OP. Like, I wonder what Ray's going to say back to Norman. Like, hey, you're mistaken. I'm not the informant. What do you think of that? And then Norman will probably point to the evidence that he has, but that will probably make put Norman in a very dangerous situation. Like, that would be an interesting twist if, because of that, Norman is the one that gets shipped out next, or adopted next. I tell you what's a bit of a shame is that The Promised Neverland is apparently already in its last arc and wrapping up. So if they had announced the anime for Promised Neverland a bit later, they could have, had the entire show in they could have had maybe had the whole show in one, so like maybe 24 episodes until the entire series. But oh well. Oh boy. This is an interesting angle. We're in the clock. Back and forth. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so that's how he trapped him. So you gonna come clean, Ray? Oh, great. He's doing the evil laughter gimmick. So he just comes out and admits it. Okay. I see we're not going to beat around the bush with this one. So he expected him up from all along. Yeah, because he can just say exactly what's been going on. Yeah, you can pretty much go straight to Mother and tell her everything. Hmm. Since the beginning, I take it? Yeah, for loving the OST at the moment. What is your reasoning for this then, Ray? Okay, so still going to trust him after all this? I like the hand thing. That's really cool. Well, I guess if he Ray's with them. Oh, okay. So be a double agent, in other words. That could work, but I don't think Ray will go along with it. But hmm. Yeah, that's true. He's just the one that sent them down there. Unless there's someone else who hasn't come forward yet. Damn, he's even just calling him straight up a dog. Well, the mum wasn't around at the time, and she was at the gate or in another building at that time, so she couldn't have looked at the watch thing, the tracking device at the time. You sold yourself? Seriously? What? Yeah, that's way too dangerous. No, I think there's something else here. There's no way that he went to her with an idea. He's just came around and said something. No, there's definitely another reason why he's spying for Mum. And if that was the case from the beginning, you could have just said that at the very start that you went to Mother to help spy on her. Again, double agent. Oh, you've seen the actual tracking device? You'd know that as a fact, though? He's definitely evil. No wonder Norman is sweating right now. I don't know if Ray's even is putting up an act right now, because honestly, if you found out, like, if you were exposed as the spy originally, you would put on an act to say, I did this all for you, sort of thing. So, trick Emma. Why only them? He does bring up a good point that if they take everyone, it's more of a liability. But at the same time, I think Ray's in the wrong here. You could accept his condition and then not listen to his advice. Besides, Emma could find out and really hate you, Norman. Yeah, great. Norman, what have you done? Like, I know you could have easily got killed just then, but still, that's a big risk to do. So, Norman, how are you going to put this into perspective? How are you going to tell Emma what's... Norman, you have to think of an idea now to stop Ray as well. Because Ray is definitely a villain now. I can see that. There's no way he's good. Yeah, he's figured it out. He's figured something out anyway. Okay. I haven't seen Emma yet. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's good to see that we're actually we're seeing this side. $6 years? Wow. That is a long time. Hmm. What is your reward then? What is your end goal here? Damn. This is an awful dream he's having. Damn. That's really creepy. Shit. So this pretend... See, this came out and said it. He outright said it. I'm surprised they actually said this. They actually just brought it out. Maybe Ray's playing both sides. That's also a possibility. But I don't know what his reward is. Like, I'm assuming it's to keep him alive. And I guess that is a reward. No, he's not. They're still crone, though. You mean, like, maybe... Connie? I don't think you can promise that, Ray. No, Emma. That is definitely a lie. Yeah, because those two are in on it too. What's that? So you must go down to the, oh, I was gonna say to the gate. There's a secret room there. So there's two ways to get into this secret room then. Ah. And what's in that secret room then? Yeah. Yeah, we've seen that. I was just remembering that. If you did get in there, what are you going to do? Just turn on the radio? Because if you do that, they're going to realize that you're listening in, and they'll probably wonder if it's Mum. And if you don't say anything, it's going to get even more suspicious. Exactly. Yeah, if Crone finds out. I wonder how long it takes him to make dinner. Like, there's a lot of children. Must take a few hours at least. He's actually going to try and get into that secret room, isn't he? Isn't... You don't want to know that. Seriously, you don't want to know that. Neither of you do. This is going to lead to a cliffhanger, isn't it? They're going to see something that they shouldn't have. I expected these two to get killed off at some point, though. Honestly, one of them was going to get killed off at the most. This is what happens when you don't tell them that she's actually dead. Connie's actually dead. But I guess this is what how they would react. I'm surprised Mum didn't hear that. Besides, she could be in there. Of course this is going to be locked. Oh shit. Cliffhanger? 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 Or is it going to turn out to be... Yeah, cliffhanger. God damn it. You know, it's probably going to be one of those cliffhangers in which the door opens and it's not going to be Mum or Sister Crone. It's going to be either Emma, Ray, and Norman. It's either going to be all three of them, or it's going to be one of them. That's what I'm thinking. And they're going to be like, why are you in here? We told you to go make dinner. Oh, cliffhangers, man. They can be really frustrating. But yeah, I am honestly expecting either Don or Gilda to get killed off at some point. That seems like the logical thing that's going to happen. You know, this ED is actually kind of terrifying when you think about it, because there's shoes in the plants and other things too. Damn. Okay, so that was the 5th episode of The Promised Neverland. Oh, who walked in? Who's walking through the door? I don't know. Could it really be? I'm pretty sure she has another name, but could it be Mom? I really don't think it could be Sister Crone, but my real guess would be it'd be either Emma, Norman, or Ray, or all three of them. That's my guess. Because if it turns out to be Mother, oh crap, don't know how they're going to get out of this one. Oh, definitely like the atmosphere of this episode. The atmosphere was great, like the build up, the tension, the music, everything was fantastic. Really good episode, and yeah, really curious to see where this heads next. Anyway, I think I've said enough about this episode. I can't think of anything else to say. So besides that, have a good day as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like with what I said with Shield Hero, I apologize that this is a few days late, but it was out of my hands. If you haven't seen my Shield Hero reaction, it's because well, the reason why I'm late with this show, if you haven't seen my Shield Hero reaction, because I said why I was late in that, is because my light for the last couple of days stopped working. So I was in pitch blackness in the evening, and I usually do my reactions in the evening, so I couldn't react, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see my face at all. So that's the reason why. Anyway, thank you for watching my reaction to The Promised Neverland. Have a good day, as always, and I'll see you soon for some more reactions, guys. I'm going to go... I think I still have a bit of time left. Yeah, I still have a little bit of time left. So I'm going to go do quintuplets now. So if you like my reactions to quintuplets, you'll see my reaction to that shortly as well. So, well, you'll see them all at the same time. But anyway, bye, guys.